Hello, friends. We're back with Fancy Dan. He actually just gave me 99 meat. You see, I was thinking, we don't have any alcohol-based buff at all right now, and I mean, we might as well get one. We've never drank floor wine before. Fancy Dan pulls a jug out from under the counter and pours some into a wine glass. Good old jug wine. Post and Enol? Bless. How, sir? You've had some wine and you're feeling fine. So, I was thinking, does this go in like a special booze slot? This buff. What? Yeah, this is a booze one, and we can have a food one and a potion one? And we had none at all. Could eat a shadow hot dog anytime we want. Yeah, I think I'm right. I'm like 70% sure I'm right. We could eat some hand washing gasoline. No reason we couldn't do that. Anyway, I was just wiggling around. Wasn't even really gonna show that, but then the man gave me money and I mused on, is wine a potion or a food for a minute. Let's get back to it. We are of course going to the junkyard. I wasn't teasing. No more teasing. We're going straight to the junkyard. Crystal's Crystal Dream Valley Crystal Shop. Well, I mean, the junkyard's not going anywhere. You okay? One of those. Weird shadow pocket or pouch or something. We could close it with our shadow pliers. We could close it. What if there's another hot dog in there? You stick your hand into the hole, grab the first thing your fingers brush against, do a funny little jig, and yank it back out. You get an item, the shadow bomb. An orb with nothing with a short length of fuse attached. 13 spooky damage to all enemies. The shadowy pocket vanishes with an otherworldly pop. I don't think there's anything wrong with putting your hand in. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing again to see if it's recording properly. It's recording properly. Beautiful. Actually, yeah, it's recording properly. It's recording properly. Don't even worry about it. Maybe there are crystals here, but they're so clear you can't see them? The proprietress of this empty store has nothing to proprietor. What do you sell here? What do you think? Nothing? You're dead right, aren't you? And that's funny, don't you think? Because you'd really think that a crystal store next to a crystal mine would sell crystals, wouldn't you? I would, yes. Oh, please, you're using too many italics. I can't focus. I would, yes. Let me tell you a little story about a young woman whose name is me. I love little stories. My parents wanted me to go straight into college, so that's what I did. But college girls, they're only thinking about one thing, getting a degree so they can work in a mine. I'm not like regular girls, pal. I want to sell the things that come out of a mine. Sure, gases and such. So I dropped out and moved across 13 states to the best crystal mine in the country. But when I arrived, the mine was out of business. And now so am I, before I even got started. So what are you still doing here? I missed why you wanted to sell crystals specifically. Or want me to check out that mine. We can get to want me to check out that mine. Why are you still here? Well, I ain't selling crystals, so it's plan B. Which is frowning. I miss why you wanted to sell crystals specifically. My name's Crystal. That doesn't mean you have to sell crystals. Yeah, but it means I get fewer nouns to keep in my head. That's true. I could have a look at the mine for you. Yeah, and break me off a couple crystals, you were thinking? Not asking you to clear out the whole mine, pal, but with just a few crystals, I can afford to send my whole sorority down there. I'll see what I can do. Want to make like a crystal and clear out? I guess so. do have a crystal mine we can go to now. The junkyard, it'll still be there when we get there. And we are good with rocks, remember? In a thickly overgrown and essentially sunless part of the woods, you happen across two large and burly vampires. They seem pretty ticked off. They're growling menacingly, shoving each other around and so forth. Some kind of spooky territory dispute? Or maybe one of them drank a Taurus that the other was saving for a special occasion. The nature of their argument is unclear. What is clear is that these guys are very strong, and you'd better be pretty sure of yourself if you plan to do something before they notice you. Well, we don't have enough muscle, so I fear we are about to be noticed. Oh. Hey. Who are you? Annie Doc Jenkins. Hey, Annie Doc Jenkins. Why is this orb here? Hemantic Orbulus. Heals allies for 6 HP. When defeated, it'll heal everyone for 12 HP. I should probably get that out of the way pretty quick then, because otherwise it's going to be annoying. Although they all did just take 3 damage. That is... I could kill the Vampire Conjurer and then kill the orb afterwards. Which sounds like a good idea. And, you know, we're getting beat up for physical damage, but we drank a lot of wine recently, so, like... we can take that. It's the 9 spooky damage we don't want. Finally got to use Mind Melt too. We finally found a mysticality to explode. With a mind. When did I get this Kado Slam? We can always do the classic 1-2 punch of throwing some smelly cheese and then stabbing them with a spark to remove another enemy from the field. You a muscle? You're a muscle guy. You're gonna hate this. And we'll finish him off and do the orb blast. It's fine. Actually, he'll be on full health, so like we can kill the orb next if we want. 1 damage? Is that all you got? It's nothing. Pretty happy we got Annie Doc Jenkins here. We made a friend. Well, you know, since there's 2 enemies, no, because they'll heal the other one when I kill this one. Let's just get rid of this lad. We can fire 2 cheeses at him this turn. It's not a whole lot to the combat. It is a little bit more involved than the previous game. I do like that there's a lot more to do with trying not to do combat in this game. There's a whole pacifist mode. Although it does mean that if you don't have the stats for it, you do have to click the get beat up option on a lot of the dialogue. You won! You collect a fair payment from each vampire for beating up the other one on their behalf. Cosmic wine. Vampires' metabolism won't process real wine, but vampires still want to look like cool wine people. It's cosmetic wine. I didn't even... I thought it said cosmic wine. It's cosmetic wine. Can you... They just carry it around to appear fancy. Why was I not buying things? Alright, I wanted Wisdom of Jarlsberg. It's a big spend though, but I think it's time. Watch me need a point of Moxie muscle right now. It's fine. Dory's comprehensively boarded short. Not anymore. Crowbar makes short work of the long boards. Another orb, we're getting treasure out of that. Nothing on this desk except a very old pink slip. The reason for termination is listed as shirking of elevator maintenance duties. Filing cabinet is newer than the rest of the furniture, but it still seems pretty wrecked. There's flip file flip-flops. Just some shoes that probably made sense to somebody at some point. It makes your steps more organized. I mean, that's a pretty good one, if not for the noise. we'd consider those shoes. Little radio's playing some big band music. Cabinet securely locked. Coat rack is bare, but there is weird shadow pocket or pouch, which we could close with the shadow pliers. Shadow beer! You stick your hand into the hole, grab the first thing your fingers brush against, and yank it back out. Darker than the darkest stout, and more portentous than the portentousest porter. Increases physical armor by 7. That is a huge amount of physical armor. Well, the elevator's not working, but there obviously is one of those. A 1906 calendar. Desk with nothing on it or under or behind it. A huge disappointment, really. Empty bird cage. You must have run out of canaries. This version of the cabinet is unlocked. It's also empty. There's a jacket hanging on the coat rack, which I guess makes it technically a jacket rack. Gunbuckle mine cabinet key. Well, I mean, that's something. You can probably use the elevator now, though, right? Leads down to the main shaft. Main shaft in the past. No way are you wandering off into that temporal abyss. That's fair. Support beam is lousy with termites. Well, that's gonna be a problem in the future. Table is bare except for a note reading, I owe you 1 helmet. Cabinet is level dynamite storage and it's very locked. Ob. Very large, oddly spherical rock. It has a hole drilled into it. Flashlight reveals sparkly coloured crystals inside. It's a geode. Kinda need that dynamite, huh? Do you think they got some in the cabinet? In the future? That's just where all the leftover dynamite ended up? Where do you put your leftover dynamite? Tell me in the comments. Cabinet is empty except for 1 can of elevator grease. I mean, I guess that means we could use the elevator. We can grease the elevator that's rusted into a state of total functionlessness. It's too far gone for grease to help at this point. You really hope somebody got fired for doing such a terrible job of taking care of this elevator. Good news. One last check. I don't suppose there's much we can... Oh. Squat here, a dollop there, and kapow. This thing will run like a champ for at least 22 years. Ah. Okay. So he greased it in the past. Now is it less fucked? Beautiful. Elevator's been remarkably well maintained. Nice work. I put grease on it 1 time. 22 years ago. It really is not a difficult job. That guy does kind of deserve to be fired. Big crack in the wall. Massive cave in. Actually, I suppose it's technically a mine in. Fallen debris. Okay, so do we need some... We need some pesticide from the man. Because the termites ate the support beam. But we need to go back in time to get the good pesticides, I guess? Off the side of a dirt road, you're walking down, you see a pile of greasy rocks. A voice in your head tells you to squeeze them. The voice is the voice of your history of rocks professor, who taught you a greasy rock squeezing technique. You squeeze the rocks, separating the greasy parts from the rocky parts. We got sodded grease. Do you have effective termites? I mean, it said I could ask about them. I don't know why I didn't click that. Got any termite poison? I wish. Regulatory agency made me stop selling it a few years back because it was quote-unquote killing everybody who used it. So it was more of an everything poison then. Oh yeah? Wicked good for termites though. Well, I mean, we could get some everything poison. I don't know if it's a good idea, but you know. Let's go about outhouse rentals. You're renting out houses? I mean, you're renting out outhouses? Yeah, at least I was. Now that indoor plumbing's starting to get popular, there's no market for them anymore. Just got the one left, and after that, I'm calling it quits and putting up new ones. Can I rent the last one? Yeah, sure thing. It'll be 200 me up front for the installation and half that each month afterwards for maintenance. What maintenance do you do? I dump some powdered lime down the hole, clean out the ventilation pipes, and check for splinters. Once the pit starts to get full, I'll move the outhouse over a couple of yards and dig a new one for you. Plus, you get a free subscription to the local newspaper. Why are we doing this? Okay, shelf is laden with dangerous pesticides, but that you're pretty sure were banned years ago. Among them, you see a mason jar filled with an oily brown liquid. It has a handwritten label that says termite poison. 22 meat? That's lovely. That's nothing. Buy the pesticide and place it very carefully in your pack. Spray canister filled with chemicals that history demonstrated to be just as dangerous to humans as to termites. Mind you don't get any of that on your skin, and don't breathe in the fumes. And don't pour it down any drains or rivers, or otherwise let it get into the groundwater. And if the jar starts to melt, get it to a fresh jar straight away. We'll keep an eye out for that. Look, we're not going to be carrying it around for very long. Is the plan. You don't actually have to go back outside. You can fast travel. See a familiar looking person headed towards you on the path. As they get nearer, you realize that the reason they look so familiar is because they look exactly like you. Hi, are you a clone or is this a time paradox or what? It turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five. The two of you, literally speaking, exchange a friendly high five. The two yous. Would Crossary give Crossary just a little peck on the cheek to say goodbye? You lean in for a kiss goodbye. No tongue now. Haha, yeah, we won't want to make this weird or anything. Smooch. Wink. Now you get to look forward to a second one. That might have been a little bit weird. Was that a little bit weird? It's fine. Was that weird? It's fine. This is the one without the termite beam, because it's after it's already collapsed. Let's go back one. Look, it's a little hard to keep this in this time traveling chicanery in perspective. Oh. Hose it down with chemicals. Should probably wear like a gas mask or like a hazmat suit for that. Spot beam is now termite free. That should help in the future. I mean, it is pretty good poison. I don't know if we've rendered that termite beam inhospitable for termites for a whole 22 years. Apparently we did. Maybe old, but at least it's not full of termites. I agree. Hey! Someone returned a helmet. One of those fancy mining helmets on the table. You know what that is? That's a hat. Helmet's heavy, but it has a light. Extremely enthusiastic rat has chewed a hole in this solidly locked steel cabinet. 22-year-old stick of dynamite. 22-year-old stick of dynamite. You're lucky you found this instead of a 44-year-old stick. They get really dangerous when they're that old. Oh. I mean... Do I want the past one or the... I know it's the same geode. But like... it's weird that it looks like I get to choose. I'm gonna do it in the past just to be weird. I want to blow up the past geode, actually. Unless I'm not allowed. I want nobody to enjoy this geode. Carefully place a stick of dynamite in the hole. I'm glad I have a match. You've seen some disappointing explosions in your life, but that one really failed to even make a dent in the cake. Rock must be of tougher stuff than a relatively fresh stick of dynamite can handle. Okay, so I need to... Do I need a 44-year-old stick of dynamite? Well, I was right to think there was still more going on. Look, don't worry. Lady's just standing there with a machine gun watching me walk back and forth. I know exactly what I'm doing. Is there another one in there by any chance? So I need to go to the past and just leave it in there? And then blow it up in the future when it's a 44-year-old stick of dynamite. Because at that point they get hog wild. They go buck wild, they go hog wild. They start spinning around and there's saliva on the floor. Do I have any more matches? Don't worry about it. We don't have any more matches. Well, that's fine. I will run over to the Cola Wars surplus store and I will purchase a match. We have all the time in the world because it's been there for 22 years. Technically, it's been there for 22 years twice. They don't have any matches. Have I seen matches? Does the man have those? We'll go to Beppo's hole later. You know, it's a particularly cobweb-strewn copse of trees. And as you get near it, you catch a glimpse of a big hole full of spiders in the middle of it. You can just barely read the old wooden sign next to it, declaring to the world that the hole belongs to Beppo. Good luck with that, Beppo. Hey, do you have matches? Turns out those are very important. We'll buy all of them. Individual matches. There's Beppo's hole. Oh, Grandpa Joe's distillery. See a building through a gap in the trees and pause to investigate. There's a large sign painted on the side of a building that says Quality Spirits, so presumably it's either a distillery or a ghost farm. Whatever it used to be, it's a boarded up wreck now. We have important business in this mine. Extremely old stick of dynamite in a hole in this thing. It's practically squirting nitroglycerin. It's ready to pop. Oh! Blown the geode open, exposing a huge variety of crystals. You should go like Crystal now. Sounds like a plan. Oh no, hold the line. I stepped in some kind of weird mushrooms. Ugh, spars all over my good dancing shoes, for crying out loud. Dancing as in actual dancing, or as in a back alley shootout? Why do I want a different pair for each? They ain't that dissimilar. She wipes the spars off her high heels with a leaf and hands it to you as though you'll know what to do with it. We have fragrant spars. Visible aroma lines are wafting off of them. And it makes your mystical weapon attacks good. It's a free Wisdom of Jalsburg you don't have to pay 150 XP for. The texts are different and I forgot to read it. But it's fine, we just said tell her. How's that mine of mine? Break off anything expensive? Yeah, in fact. You did? Well, that's just great. Hang on a minute. She leaves and comes back an hour later with 2 big armloads of crystals. You just gave me a couple hours and I'll give you a fully functional... You just give me a couple of hours and I'll give you a fully functional crystal shop now, okay? What should I do in the meantime? Got some old magazines here somewhere. Oh yeah, here they are. Read magazines for a couple of hours. Spend a while reading. It's mostly op-ed pieces about political scandals from 20 years ago. But you managed to learn a thing or two. 20 things, even. Crystal eventually taps you on the shoulder. All set now. Don't suppose you want to make a purchase? You know, this magazine's fascinating. Say, did you hear about the sketchy land grants up in Oregon? I remember my grandparents talking about it. Boy, that Mitchell, what a sneaky snick. Yeah, anyway, got you a little something to say thanks. When I was going through the crystals, I found a small one that I can't really sell for very much. And I just thought of you. We got a twinkling crystal statuette. You remember when the very idea of this crystal was no more than a twinkle in Crystal's eye? What else have you got in stock? Cracked crystal orb. You can throw that at people. Crystal chili pepper necklace. Sorry. I don't get the joke, so I just read it and then moved on. Crystal hat necklace. Crystal pickle necklace. Elegance incarnate. Crystal skull necklace. Crystal snowflake necklace. Many orb. Heal entire power for your muscle. Heal yourself for twice your moxie. We don't have any of the stats except wizardliness. Empathetic magic. Well, you know, at least we did some good here. We made a crystal shop happen. And an entire sorority was doomed to a life of servitude in the mines. Hope the termite the termite poison wears off after 22 years. The everything poison. You find a decaying nightstand discarded in a ditch, which is kind of a weird place to find a nightstand. Maybe someone got so mad about stubbing their toes all the time that they angrily drove it out to the woods and threw it out of the car. We can check the drawer. Dang, there's all kinds of useful stuff in here. We got junk mail, and we got sharpening stone. Oh, it sucks here. That's the Geiger counter. Ooh, heated fishing rod. Cooking the trash from the inside. You got a hot rod. It's got no wear whatsoever. It's a magic weapon that deals Mysticated +2 hot damage. Trash is left medium rare, but a connoisseur would eat it well done. Something shiny in this pile of trash. It is nice here, actually. It's a fustulent ring. Instead of a gem, this ring spots a little glob of nasty cheese. It buffs my spell. What do I have for a ring? Oh, I don't apply poison. So I guess this is definitely an upgrade, huh? Pile of trash must be especially appealing to flies. I agree. Radio must be solar powered or trash powered. Is it working? We don't have enough stench armor. This is the worst smelling trash pile. Sorry, Molly. Can I get by you? This hobo's trying... Where'd the text go? This hobo's trying to wrestle a stove out of a pile of trash. Howdy, I'm Beanie. Hi, Beanie. I'm Grocery. What are you up to? I'm trying to get this stove so I can haul it back to a hobo camp outside of Ocean City. Oh, you know about the camp? Yup. I'll be cooking up a mess of beans once I get this stove back there, let me tell you. Well, we don't have enough strength, bud. I'm sorry. Do you know any hobo code? Sure. Heck, I know about a dozen different symbols for beans. Oh, wouldn't one be enough? They all look pretty similar now that you mention it. I wish I could help. I'm too small. Do I have any food that would help with that? We have a little bit of sleaze armor, but we need more than that. I think we have one. Are there any foods that give me like... Like instead of just one of a thing, lots of thing. Don't think we can really do much here. I don't think I have a plus strength potion. We've not been doing great on potions and stuff. We should probably be thinking about trying to pick some of those up. I guess I haven't had money most of the time I've been playing. I've been kind of squandering that. You know what? When I ducked back, I should have shown that mining hat to Dan Fiasco. This opening leads to an underground labyrinth of filth. Unfortunately, your Geiger counter is ticking faintly, so you're probably going to have to go in there. Hope you aren't wearing your favourite anything. Turns out this garbage dump is much deeper and older than it initially appeared. Huge rooms and tunnels have been carved out of the trash, like the worst archaeological dig imaginable. Weirdly, it seems like the trash caves are home to a swarm of large, beautifully coloured butterflies. You move towards them slowly, so to not startle them, and as you get closer you realise that instead of having regular insect bodies, they're little people. Fairies! Wow! Hello there. Hello! Gosh, you're really beautiful. You're beautiful! That sounded just like my voice. Are you guys mimics? That's real cute. Ah! It's on my face! No, not my eyes! Ah! What the hell? You swat away a fairy that had floated up next to you and attempted to stab you in the neck with a rusty needle. Hell! Okay, I'll just be on my way. Look out, Jim! That one's got a gun! Indeed, another fairy is approaching, lugging a full-size snub-nosed revolver in its little arms. Hello, beautiful. There's a half-buried shovel here. We got a shovel now. Got that going for us. First, it's called a shovel because of the way it shovels dirt out of the way and the fact that the guy who named it like the letter L. It shoves dirt out of the way and the guy who named it like... Again, some of these are... I appreciate the spelling jokes as a nerd, but some of them are a little bit head when you're dyslexic. All trash is riddled with fairy tunnels. Ringing the spell would certainly stir up some angry fairies. Oh, we need 5 moxie for that. We might need to wiggle around a little bit and come back here later, because a lot of fairies in that direction, frolicking around and making animal noises. Dying animal noises. A lot of fairies in that direction, flitting around giggling maniacally, and occasionally saying things in other people's voices that you can only assume were those people's last words. I mean, it's not great here. We could pick a fight with one of the groups and see how it goes. We're pretty tough, right? Kinda. We've been not having too much trouble with doing fights. I feel like the stakes are a little higher than when we're just fighting some like silly goblin. Do we want to use the iron, burn the iron pumpernickel? Alternatively, we could go check out the distillery in Beppo's Hole and then come back here when we've had a little time to maybe get some stats up. It's just not being able to do the stat checks is worrying to me. And also, I do prefer to not do the combat. Just because it gives you that option. I like games where I don't have to go around just... We don't need to kill everyone we meet, okay? Why you even want that? Constantly damage enemies? I like to constantly damage enemies. Look, we'll come back when we feel a bit more prepared for this situation. I remember the fairies. Meeting them for the first time. Terrifying little scoundrels. This is great, I love it. Maybe we'll steer clear of Beppo's Hole for now, but we can check out that distillery. Mushroom Cave, love that. The side of the dirt road, you see a little trail of mushrooms. You follow it for a while and find that it leads to a cave whose mouth has been choked by mushrooms. Those things are bad for you. We'll be back for Mushroom Cave. That's a vampire. Spooky-looking lady is guarding the front of the old distillery. She glares at you as you approach, her eyes flashing blood red. Begone from this place. You have no business here. No, really, no. I'm just the curious sort. How did you make your eyes do that? Do what? Also, I think you're not quite... I like your not quite Romanian accent. Thank you. What's with those huge vampire fangs, though? Wait a minute. Are you a vampire? I feel like if I said no, you'd actually believe me. Well, not anymore. Okay then, yes, I am a vampire. Gosh! Leaves this place at once, so the consequences will be most dire. Oh, come on, don't be like that. What's eating you? If you do not leave, the question will be, what is eating you? And the answer will be, me. That was pretty good. Yeah, you really set me up for that one. We can threaten her with mystical powers. You cannot frighten me, foul creature, for your power issues from the darkness of the night, and The night? Oh, jeez, I completely lost track of the time. She looks up at the midday sun and her hair bursts into flames. With a screech, she turns into a bat, which is still on fire, and escapes into a hole in the side of the building. Well, that was easy. Do we want to go in? Door is locked with a government issue combination lock. Must be a prohibition thing. We can get in there. No lock's gonna keep us out. We're smart. Your civilian brain makes short work of the lock. Almost everything on this shelf is busted up trash, but there's one unsmashed crate of booze. We got gin. We got gin for the speakeasy. Was this the one the guy we're talking about? Well, we have gin now. I guess this is why Grandpa Joe kept all of his broken glass. The booze that used to be stored here is now in booze heaven. We can make potions. We only have one miscellaneous chemical though. Anabolic agonist sounds like it's a thing that boosts muscle, and we'd like to be able to boost muscle and moxie. I mean, I guess I could have just done weightlifting chalk then. That's fine. This used to be a still, and it still is. Can't translate that hobo knowledge. That hobo code. Way too complicated. Oh yeah. There are a bunch of vampires hanging out in here, and it probably shouldn't be a surprise that they've noticed you. That's them! The dog ad says, pointing at you. That's them right there! The dog ad also said, the dog ad says, pointing at you. That's still in the speech bubble. Okay, now it definitely shouldn't be a surprise. Grandpa Joe's extra fancy garlic schnapps. Well, that could help. I don't think I have a potion for that, though. Stench, right? We need stench ammo. Hang on, hang on. There's a move for this. Oh, I have a prototype car freshener. Well, we'll be back. We'll be back. We got this. We can go all over the place. We can go to the cave. On the side of one of Crystal Dream Lake's many trees, you see something curious. More accurately, you see something strange, which makes you curious. It's a glob of sap that's hardened into amber, but it shouldn't be here. It normally takes centuries for sap to harden this much, and this tree can't be more than a few years old. You carefully dislodge the amber from the tree. We got impenetrable shellac. Some shellac comes from insects, but if you don't know that, it can come from basically anywhere. Leave before the tree gets mad. Oh yeah, you were right. That sure is full of mushrooms. This huge writhing mass of fungus must be why they call this place Mushroom Mountain. Do I want to fight the mushrooms? Hey, I'm sorry, Mushroom Man. I don't know why we're fighting. I just clicked the button. Oh, I don't like Mush Mother. We gotta get rid of Mush Mother. Mush Mother can get brain fried. And now we do 11 damage with a regular attack. We'd probably find to go fighting some fairies. It's just they're a little intimidating. I think. Potter. First time I've actually had to fire a gun. Ooh, mushroom steak. Not really a steak, but a steak-sized slab of mushroom stem. Steak is just easier to say than all that. Reduce the amount of fungus in this mountain by a small amount, but there's still a lot of fungus remaining. I think this did get lower. Did it get lower? I could do one more. I don't know. I think this might be an infinite mushroom situation, but I do feel like I can see a door now and I couldn't before. We'll try one more. We'll try one more. Feeder and poisoner. And feeder increases your their maximum health. But you know what? I was going to say more words than that, and then I didn't. I can one-shot this guy. I don't need to worry about that guy. He has 10 health. I do 11 damage. In fact, I'm so confident I can throw a dubious color wars grenade at him. Didn't even kill me. Only killed him. Maybe we should... I mean, I don't know. I need everything. Got fragrant spores. Yeah, that's not going down. Well, that's fine. We checked. Change my mind about the junkyard. We're going there now. We'll leave Spiderhole for the minute. It's me. Hi. Are you a clone or is this a time paradox or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five. The two of you, literally speaking, exchange another friendly high five. Oh, well, I guess it's just the first one again. They lean in for a kiss goodbye. No tongue now. Haha, yeah, we won't want to make this weird or anything. Smooch. You shoot them a sassy wink. Now you get to look forward to a second one. Continue on. Remember it like it was yesterday. It was this morning. I'm gonna eat a mushroom steak. I'm gonna eat a mushroom steak. I'm gonna eat some weightlifting chalk. Fungus humongous. Your muscles are fortified with powerful mycelial fibers. Slice the steak into bite-sized pieces and then dip each one in some wild horseradish before eating it. Eat that weightlifting chalk. Rub the chalk all over your hands. We have chalked hands. Nothing can escape your iron grip. Not nothing, but less stuff than normal. And you know what that means. Ain't helping get the stove out. With assorted grunting and heaving, the two of you manage to yank the stove free. Oh, thanks a million, pal. Now I just gotta drag this back to camp and I'll be in beansness. Haha! See you around, Beanu. Do I have enough XP to, like, buy a thing again? Hot armor doesn't help here. I don't know. I'm thinking what would help me right now. Good eyesight. I mean, I guess is always help. I could do a move. They normally cost 100 XP. One of them costs 75, but I can't remember which. I'm gonna fight some fairies. Dying animals are people's last words. What do you think? You know, a lot of animals are a lot harder to kill than a person, so we'll go for person last words. That sounds dangerous. Shoot 3 random opponents? That's everyone. That sounds annoying. We can swat one to death for free. We could also, if we were very confident, could throw a dubious color wars grenade at another one. Oh, I can get rid of the gunmother. Beautiful. Wackadoo's also kind of a problem, I think. I don't want to blow myself up. It would be a problem one day if I only had 8 health. I don't want you to be alive, so you're probably the one I'm going to swat. You're going to explode, dealing 4 hot damage to the entire party. That's okay. It's 4 damage and gets you out of the way. So I guess you? Unless any of you seem to be using Moxie. Yeah, I think I can suffer you to live one more turn. Although it does do more damage. Alright, you have... This will reduce all your stats by 1 because of the ring. The horrible cheese ring. I remember. Now you only do 5 of whatever you do. Beautiful. That's fine. Not even bothered. Ah, everyone got healed. Wonderful. I thought they did random enemies. Because that... It's not impossible that it'd randomly pick the same one 7 times in a row, but it's not super likely. Let's give him the old Stilton splatter. As I always say. I'm on full health, right? Good thing, too. We have used all the dubious Cola Wars grenades, so we can talk to the man again. Now, if he's too small for you to get a good grip on with your big, clumsy human hands, you won! With us fairies out of the way, you can go to the northern tunnel. Wait, is that north? The leften tunnel. There's more fairies here. Hobo code. Code reads, "What is junk, really?" Really makes you think. What is junk? Baby, don't hurt me. Do we use... Which ones do we use? That wouldn't be... That would be fine. Okay, that's... Mosley's armor. I'm just checking. 2 additional damage ain't nothing. I think right now we want damage, because like healing and stuff is fine as a secondary concern, but the primary concern is getting as many enemies off the table before they can hit me. And the way you do that is you deal more damage to them. You read the epilogue, and you're glad you did. It describes even stinkier cheeses than the main book. Okay, so Fostalento has been upgraded. You wrinkle your nose so hard at the thought of them that your nose knocks the book into a nearby sewer grate. Very stinky. We've lost that book, but we have fully upgraded our spell. Positively swarming with fairies. We'll do positively swarming later. The first lot of fairies didn't give us that hard a time. Although this one's already doing stuff, which is never good. Oh, never mind, they're just exploding. Don't heal yourself. Godmother seems dangerous, but also goes away if I look at them. So, you know. Are they really that dangerous? Yeah, I think you need to go away. Ugh. It's all... They can do a lot. There's a lot of things on the table is the problem. They can do a lot of damage fast because there's a lot of them. I do think we do want the one that's summoning more guys to go away first. That's what I'd prescribe. And I guess we could just go down that little mushroom. Who are you stabbing? Molly, that's fine. Okay, no, it is random. It did just pick the 7-1 randomly 7 times in a row. Hey! That's fine. She didn't use stats. She does 1 damage 7 times. Can't do anything fancy here. I can get rid of this guy. I can weaken one and I can kill one. With my little fork. Well, fork spoon combination implement. You won! Your reward is getting to explore further in a literal garbage tunnel. Okay, don't pout. You can have some loot too. Don't grow stronger. We got fairy dust. Weird that such vile creatures have such nice dandruff. I boost spooky armor. It does seem to be ticking faster over here. Actually, a lot faster. Whole flock of fairies here, all armed with rusty needles. Almost seems like they're practicing their fencing skills, but their fighting style is so chaotic it's hard to tell. They do, in fact, all have rusty needles. You do 7 damage and you do 3 damage. So if I hit 3 random guys, I can put them all in range of this. Is everyone stabbing Turt? My poor turtle. One of these were hitting me, right? You can go away. Poor Turt. He doesn't even do anything. I don't know why he's here, to be honest. That is quite a fun move. Oh, when her stats go down, she does actually shoot less bullets. That's horrible. She only shoots 6 times now, and probably 5 now. That's fine. Guess, the enemies are all gone. Crosser is pretty tough. Powerful cheese wizard. We got fairy cake. To a fairy, this is a huge birthday cake. To you, it's a grisly reminder that you killed a fairy on its birthday. They had it coming. I don't feel too bad. A foot from a big statue. That's how far you are away from... A foot from a big statue. That's how far you are away from this. And what it is. Seems pretty depressed. You listen to the statue. It's sad about the passage of time, but you manage to make it feel a little better by reminding it that it's still a really big, really strong foot. It gives you some toe jam as a gesture of thanks. Thanks, foot. Okay, it's not in here. But that means there's other things in here, potentially. Tearing stack of crates holding up part of the ceiling. Well, that's gotta go. Oh. Trash has collapsed into an unsafe staircase-like heap. That was extremely lucky. Oh, lovely. We're over here now. Let's get back in that miserable trash warren. Holy dang, somebody threw away a perfectly good cow skull. These are rare as heck, considering that there haven't been any cows in this country for more than 30 years. It's been a while since the cows came home. We got a man-made cow skull. Geiger counter is really going nuts. This must be the spot. That's a lot of radiation. If it's fine. We've been feeding people radium flavored desserts. I seem to remember. It's fine. It's just spicy. Just beneath the surface, your shovel strikes the top of a crate. The Geiger counter continues its irritating clickery. You give the top of the old crate a mighty stomp and end up ankle deep in compasses. It's better than being ass deep in comp ankles. That's what you always say. Haha. Anyway, enough jokes. You grab the least ruined looking compass. You also breathe a sigh of relief as you turn off that annoying Geiger counter. Why do they make them that annoying? Geiger counters, man. Just could they not... They should make a pleasant sound when you get near radiation, I think. Compass from back before they changed which way is north. Now we can get back to the lighthouse. We do have one more group of fairies to beat up. I wonder how you do that. I mean, there was that place you could squeeze through if you had enough moxie, I suppose. Ooh, loose coat hanger. I got a wire coat hanger. You never know when those will come in handy. Not sure why anybody would want to wear a coat made of wire, but whatever. I agree. Let's get them. That's a lot of them. That's even more of them. Stop it. Hey, he healed me. Well, you know, that's what we keep these for. Bloody got him. See, those are very useful rifts in space-time that we keep stuffing our arms into. Fairy skull wand. Tiny wand is tipped with a fairy skull, which is like a human skull, except it's only about 1 inch in diameter. Does your mysticality plus 3 spooky damage. What does my current weapon do? It's better than what I've got. But it is spooky damage instead of physical damage. But we have a lot of access to a lot of different elements, and none of the spells we cast are spooky, so we could, you know, we'd have to put that away if we were thinking about fighting the vampires or anything. What is this? Someone has thrown away a perfectly good giant novelty piggy bank. Sorry, piggy. Hey, whoever threw this out didn't take their meat out first. We got 200 meat. That's not bad. I feel a little bad for the pig. Fairy spa. Horrible. We can flush the toilet though. They should really get a plumber out here. Why would I do this? An inviting tub of piping hot water. Piping hot and clean water. Your brain is insisting that this is impossible, and the rest of your body is telling it to shut up. You take off your clothes behind the privacy of this narration box and slide into the tub. Your aches, pains, and various worries drift away in the luxurious steam. We can splish, we can splash, we can go ah. You splish around for a while. It's very relaxing. You continue to relax in the tub until the water stops being hot. We got +1 everything! Reluctantly, you leave the tub and dry yourself off with a towel you find in a nearby pile of trash before putting your clothes back on. That was fantastic. What a good bath. Oh, we can fish in the bathwater! What a good bath! We got nasty goo! What a good bath. This game really does reward you for doing the dumbest shit that is obviously a bad idea. We got a gob of wet hair. We fished that up. We fished a lot more things that aren't fish than things that are fish. There even a little bit of water that was still clean. Also, there's this. I did see that. I was just looking for other things first. There is a shadow rift here. Oh? Apparently nothingness is missing here. Oh, I can punch. They're not hitting him. It's a little tricky. Hey! I should just stop moving side to side, I think, is the answer. Throbbing ring of negative energy around a smaller, less throbbing ring of negative energy. We can close that with the shadow pliers. Do we want to? I want the ring. You wrench the ring of shadow energy closed with your magic pliers. You really need to go to tool school. Why is there a brain here? I feel like we could have had that cool ring instead of closing the thing. But we did get a lot of experience for doing it, I suppose. We can have good eyesight. We can recognize the letter E from really far away. You know what else we can do? I didn't realize it was so cheap last time, but we can read even more shocking jokes. We can be shocked. And Pit the Elder said, "Why, under a wig of a wig, my dear?" Huh? Wait, oh no, that's disgusting. Maybe it's good that I don't know. Maybe I have bonus sleaze armor for not understanding it. Still a lot of filter way through here. We have +2 sleaze armor now? No, we only have the one. We didn't have any before. Didn't I have... I had something armor, right? No, I do have 2 sleaze armor. What's happening? I have 2 sleaze armor. Maybe one of my clothes gives me a sleaze armor. That makes sense. Anyway, I think we're done in these horrible fairy caves. I was hoping I could just travel to outside. I guess we can use the stairs. And it seems a bit more like a reasonable place to end. We've cleared this dungeon out. We've killed a lot of fairies, but, you know, horrible creatures definitely had it coming. Ooh, Molly wants to talk. This is the berries. I ain't gotten this many fights in ages. What, you don't do a lot of fighting for the mob? Ah, they're all wet. Always giving me an earful. Shooting up the place is bad for business. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Molly's Moxie's increased by 1, and that is a good place, I think, to end the episode. Has been an hour. Does keep happening. Hey, this is a good game. I played it for a long time at once. Anyway, I'm going to click the button. See you, folks. Bye.